Welcome to Knife Chats. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with friends, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Thank you. Okay, this is a variety of things, and it might be interrupted by the cat who decided she wants to come join me today. Any case, couple trying to get some business out of the way, answer a couple questions that I received from viewers, and also a quick thank you to one of my viewers, a viewer named Bill from Michigan, who was interested in one of my stickers, and I sent him I told him, just contact me at knifechats@yahoo.com, and he did, and it was real simple. I asked him, all you need to do is send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I will send you the sticker. And I said, and if you feel like making a donation to the channel, you can do that too. And he actually did make a donation to the channel, which totally shocked me. I was not expecting that. Seriously, all I was interested in was the self-addressed stamped envelope to defer the postage and everything. And so what I'm going to do with the donation that he made to the channel is I'm going to use that money for a future giveaway. Not for the giveaway that's happening April 1st, but for a future giveaway. And that's what will happen with any other kind of money that gets donated to me. I'm just going to put it towards giveaways. Now then, a viewer named Eric, not Slick Slicers Eric, but another Eric, asked me a question because he has a Meyer knife similar to this, and he can't get the blade to close. And I said, well, Meyer knives, there's a first generation and a second generation, and I actually did videos on both of these knives, but those videos are no longer up online because of copyright issues. I had music playing in the background, and basically if I were to show them now, because my channel has been monetized, Jimmy Buffett would come after me and give me a cease and desist letter. So I just took those videos down, and I need to do some new videos on my Meyer knives, and so I'll do that in the future. But in the meantime, we got first generation Captain and a second generation crew knife here, and his problem is he has a first generation knife and he can't get the blade to close. The blade is open, and as you can tell, the blade locks. You don't see any visible lock on it. It is just locked. And that will happen with the Meyer knives. Now with the second generation knives, it's very simple. They're liner locks. Push the liner to the side and it'll close. And the same thing with the Marlin spike. There's a liner lock on it. You depress it and the Marlin spike closes. With the first generation knives, both the blade and the Marlin spike works off of the shackle or the bail on the back here. And what you do is you just push it forward and the blade releases. Did you see that? See, it's locked. Press it forward and the blade will release. And the same thing happens with the spike. You press it in and the spike releases. So it is always with the bail. Now I think I told him in the email that you push it one way and the blade will close, but it's always the same direction. I misinformed you, Eric. It's basically this way, always. So if it's locked, push forward and the blade should release. If it's not doing that, then something has definitely gone wrong and you need to contact Meyer, and the knife might be under warranty. They do have a warranty for life, but if you notice here, every knife that they have is serialized, and you need to register the serial number. Now, if it's been registered under somebody else, then I don't know if they will honor the warranty or not. But that's really what it is. You just push on it and it should unlock. Now, let's move on to a few other things. I will be doing videos on these, probably all three at the same time in the near future, but it's the 2020 Classic SD limited editions by Victorinox. They're finally out, and I picked up the three that I knew I was going to pick up. First was the Hiker. I showed this before in the plastic wrap, which does not do it justice. One side you've got the crossed feet, and on the other side the classic hiking boot with the red laces. Then the bicycle, which is pretty cool. It's got the bicycle chain on this side, and on the other side you've got a bicycle tire. Really interesting design. And I love to walk and I love to ride a bike. I do them both all the time. I ride my bicycle year round despite living in Chicago. And then finally, gone fishing. Also something I love to do all the time. And I just love the front of that with all the lures, the line all over the place, the classic gone fishing there. And then on the back side, you've got the man catching trout in the stream, which is pretty cool. So those are really cool. I'll do another video on those in the near future. And then let's look at what's in the box, or boxes. 5 different boxes. I've got 5 items that came in this week. Okay, this first one, code number 5457. This, I saw this online and it's like, okay, I got to go ahead and buy it. Why? I have no idea why I decided to buy it, but I did. And let me see if I can get this out. It's like, on the bright side, I got to tell you, I also only paid about $2 for it. I think maybe $3 with the shipping. And on the back side, you've got 3 little sailing ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. And on the front side, you've got Christopher Colombo, or Christopher Columbus, whichever way you want to call his name. And the blade there, 1492, 1992, 500th anniversary. And it's a little lockback. And you can see there the handle, imitation ivory was what they called it. It's basically a plastic handle, a blade that is probably something in there in the neighborhood of like a 420 or maybe even a 318 stainless or something. I got number 41476. I don't know if this is like 1 in 50,000 or something like that. I don't know. I think it's stainless steel. In any case, it was made in Taiwan, but you know, from 1992. Okay, I think I've wasted enough time on this one. It's a little lockback. The lockback holds pretty well, but I mean, there's absolutely no tension in it, and you see it's a pure plastic handle. This is the only metal, and the pin up there, and then the blade. Let's move on to things that are a little more interesting, I think. Now, I saw this and it's like, man, do I have to grab this. The Hawker folding knife. And yes, you see it right there. Frost Cutlery, custom design. And this is the thing that I do like about Frost. Jim Frost really does come up with some interesting concepts and interesting ideas on knives. Him and Parker. I think they both kind of work hand in hand. Is it Jim Parker also? I'm not sure. I think it's Jim Parker and Jim Frost. They really did do some interesting things with knife designs, and this is one of them. And this is one of his. This is one of the old Frost knives out of Japan. Notice there's no shield on this knife. It has a red pick bone handle, nickel silver bolsters, and brass liners. And as you can tell, it is basically your Congress knife. It's a Congress. It's a 4-blade Congress, but it does not have the typical blades of a Congress. You do have the coping blade, which is a pretty big coping blade when you think about it. And then on the other side over here, you have a pen blade, which also is a pretty big pen blade. And then instead of a sheep foot blade, you have a clip blade. And from the name, you can probably guess what the other blade is. The knife is known as the hawker, and it has a hawkbill blade. So instead of the two sheepfoot blades that you usually get on a Congress, they said, let's try something else. And they put in a hawkbill blade and a clip blade on a Congress frame. So not something you would see all the time. And again, like I said, this is one of them that was made in Japan. So the quality is not bad at all. I haven't done anything with it. I haven't cleaned it or anything. I definitely need to do some cleaning and get it lubricated. But man, I saw that and it's like, I got to get it. How many people have a Congress knife that has a hawkbill blade and a clip blade in place of the two sheepfoot blades? I guess anyone else who picked up a hawkbill or a hawker folding knife, and you see it came in either bone or frostwood handles. I should go and look for the frostwood handled one too. And then next up is this little guy here. This is also a, you see there, Copperhead Creek, Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I can tell you right now, this is also another Frost brand. I don't know how many knives he did in the Copperhead Creek. At least I believe this is a Frost brand knife. And you see right there what it is. It is a Copperhead. But the cool thing about it is you've got the black bone handles. Really nice black bone. It's really more like a very, very dark brown. But if you can see there, you got copper bolsters on both ends, copper liners, and copper pins. And it just really looks good. And if you notice, it's not only a copper head, but it is a Coke bottle also. So it is a small Coke bottle slash copper head, and with copper bolsters. And then, you know, typical blades. Well, sort of typical. You've got a clip blade here, and then the other blade you have is kind of a it's kind of a cross between a Warncliffe and a Sheepfoot. I guess I would go with a Warncliffe because of how it is going there. But if you notice also, it is not completely parallel coming all the way out. It's got some belly on it, so it's really cool the way they did the blade. I will definitely do another video on this knife in the near future too, but thought I would just show it real quick, and as it's one of those things that showed up this week. And then two other knives that came this week. Oh, I should leave these out so you can see them. That one there, and that one there. Let's go ahead and put the boxes back there too, if we can get those to show too. Okay, and then this next one, I think I'll hold that one to last, and I'm not doing a lot of editing on this, folks. I'm just putting it out there. I got another one of the old box Rough Rider knives. I've been looking for one of these for a while, and I finally found one at a decent price, so I had to go ahead and pick it up. And this is the RR494, and they're pretty scarce. You're not going to find them that often, but I needed one for my collection, so I went ahead and paid about $5 or $6 more than what you would normally pay for a Rough Rider Copperhead. But see there, it is one of the Rough Rider tortoiseshell Copperheads, and you're not going to find those too often. I think they have been out of production for quite some time, so you'll probably see this when I do my Rough Rider tortoiseshell knives. But again, one that needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But you got your typical blades of a Copperhead with the clip blade on the back side there, and then the front blade is the long skinning blade, or also looks almost like a California clip, but it's really just a long straight skinning blade, and 3 3/4 inches long. So, and then this last knife I've got here, will it work or will it not work? Yeah, it did, but you can't see it. All right, there we go. Do a little adjusting. finally, something out of Land Tactical Knives. Never heard of them before, and probably will never hear of them again. A nice little recycled box, and found something that, now for most people this is probably not a big deal, but to me this is a big deal. It is a bartender's knife, but somebody finally got it right. I always talk about this. Let me get out another bartender's knife. Like I said, I'm not doing a lot of editing here. I'm just trying it. So this is what your typical bartender knife looks like. And this is based off of the old case gunstock jackknife. And it has 3 blades and a corkscrew. So you've got the corkscrew down here. And then the other blades that you have are usually the this little hawkbill blade, which is actually the, what do they call it? The foil cutter or whatever. It's basically to cut the seal around the bottle so you can open up the bottle. And that's really all it's there for. It's just for cutting the plastic around the top of the bottle. And then they typically have 2 blades, a Spearmaster blade and a secondary pen blade. And I have always said, why did they go and put a secondary pen blade on these things when, you know, these knives came out in the 1920s and stuff? People were already using bottle caps and everything. Why didn't they put a cap lifter in place of that blade? But basically, it was just Case being lazy and adding blades instead of replacing a blade that was already there. Well, somebody finally did it. They changed it up enough so that you actually have blades that you need on here. And notice it still just has 3 blades on top and the corkscrew. So you've got a nice corkscrew on the bottom. This is a very short knife, but corkscrew is long enough to actually pull something out of a bottle, so that's good. And then the next thing it has, it's known as the albatross. We can see it there. Albatross. Look at how thick that thing is. I will do a better video on this in the future. But it's a locking blade. The blade has locked, so you can unlock the blade. And then up front, you have the foil cutter. And then on the back, what I've always wanted in one of these knives, a cap lifter, plus a screwdriver or a little pry, whatever way you want to use it. But somebody actually finally got around to doing what you should be doing with these knives, and that is adding the cap lifter to the bartender knife. It's nothing new, but I would love to see it done to this knife. You know, pull this goofy pin blade out and put in a cap lifter. How hard is that? Apparently not too hard, because what is it? Land Tactical Knives did it with their albatross. Any case, like I said, this is just a quick update on what's been going on and the knives that I picked up this week. And I'm going to let you go now, and I'll get this posted as quickly as possible, and talk to you again soon. Thank you for visiting Knife Chats. I hope you enjoyed your time here. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel and ringing that notification bell so that you will be notified when the next episode of Knife Chats is up online. Thanks again. See you soon.